All right, the State Department is reporting that Al-Qaeda apparently has a new leader. Hamza Bin Laden, estimated to be about 30 years old, is the eldest son of Osama Bin Laden. He's allegedly following in his father's footsteps and waging jihad on the U.S. and on the West via audio and video messages released out on the web. Now, Hamza is reportedly seeking to avenge his father's death. Now, in letters obtained in the raid at his hideout in Pakistan, it appears Osama was grooming young Hamza to someday replace him. Since Osama's death, Al-Qaeda was being led by Ayman al-Zawahiri. So joining us now to discuss, former Pentagon official Mike Maloof. All right, Mike, first of all, where is Ayman al-Zawahiri? Why would he relinquish power to Hamza?
Well, Zawahiri is the leader, but he's not. He's an older guy. He doesn't have the charisma that a younger leader would, and certainly does not have the charisma that Osama bin Laden had, and that's what the leadership needs today in Al-Qaeda if it's going to flourish to attract a new generation.
Spokesman?
Well, it needs a new generation. It needs a new inspiration. So they're bringing on a younger type, and it happens to be the son of the founder of Al-Qaeda.
Now, do you think it's going to be more? Is Hamza going to be just the face, or is he really going to be the real leader?
He's probably going to be both. He'll learn from. I think has been groomed for this for years. Zawahiri, I think, is ready to step aside. I mean, he doesn't have the attraction that certainly Bin Laden did, and now the son. The son is very fired up. He's ready to go, and he can carry on his father's crusade.
So the U.S. has been quick to place personal sanctions on Hamza. Saudi Arabia has just revoked his citizenship. How much of this is really going to matter? I mean, just like his father, he's already proven his ability to move all around the region undetected.
Sure. Well, $1 million on his head is nothing.
Right.
There's still $5 million on the guy who was involved, the Iraqi who was involved in blowing up the World Trade Center in 1993. We haven't found him yet.
Right.
So we need to up the price in order to make it worthwhile. Bin Laden had $15 million, but it really doesn't matter. He's been groomed for this job all his young life.
He was born into it.
He was born into it, and I think that this is what we're going to see. Now, he does travel a lot. He does travel around. And I think that it's going to be very, very difficult for them to find him. Al-Qaeda is on the rise, and it is actually much, much stronger today, let's say in Syria, and there's very great concern that it's going to spread into Iraq and elsewhere, and certainly in that region around Afghanistan area, in the Baluchistan area. That's where it all used to thrive. It's all Wahhabi controlled. And Sunni Wahhabi control. So
let's talk about that, because ISIS has largely captured the headlines from Al-Qaeda in recent years. They've been the buzz terror group. How does ISIS play into all of this? I mean, is this some sort of weird, like, terrorist turf war?
Well, there was a split. At one time, Al-Qaeda or ISIS in Iraq was part of Al-Qaeda. There was a split with Zawahiri between Baghdadi and the founder of ISIS. What Baghdadi did was go ahead and establish a caliphate, and Zawahiri even warned against that because it makes you a target. Well, today the caliphate was established. ISIS was in its glory. Then it got bombed to smithereens.
Right. Now
it no longer exists. It's turning back into an insurgency group, pretty much like Al-Qaeda was. The difference between the two is relative. They both have the same goals. They both want to establish a caliphate in their own way, but
out of Afghanistan, then?
Not necessarily. Well, yeah, it can be out of Afghanistan, and they want worldwide. This is what they're ultimately seeing. Al-Qaeda very early on was seeking worldwide. This is what differentiated Bin Laden, Osama bin Laden.
As the Mujahideen, right?
It really differentiated him from the old traditional Mujahideen, because he wanted to spread the Al-Qaeda way of life beyond Afghanistan. He wanted to branch out, and that was the major difference, and that was what caused the split within the ranks of Al-Qaeda very early on. But now you've got Al-Qaeda and ISIS basically the same. The ISIS caliphate has been destroyed.
Right.
and they're turning into an insurgency group, and they're going to be competing for a new generation of followers and fighters.
So if Hamza is now the new face of Al-Qaeda, what does Al-Qaeda 2.0 look like to you? Where has Hamza been this whole time since his dad died?
He's been in and out. He's being groomed. He's been groomed.
In hiding.
In hiding. He probably makes his way between Iran and into the area, the Balochistan area of Pakistan. When I say Iran, you got to keep in mind that the eastern portion of Iran is part of Balochistan, and it's Sunni controlled. And this is actually where Osama Bin Laden disappeared to after Tora Bora when he was being chased down. He actually initially went through there. Now, the leadership in Iran is aware that that Al-Qaeda militants move through there. They keep an eye on them, but they don't dare go into the area because it's thriving with these militant clans and families, and they don't want Iran in there, and they're Shia.
Yeah. So it's just kind of hands off.
Hands off, but they keep an eye on it. Their intelligence services keep an eye on the movements. But the West has now equated the two, that Iran and Al-Qaeda are together. That's not true.
All right. Well, we'll have to see how this continues to unfold. I know it's just the beginning.
Yes.
Mike Maloof, thank you always for letting us pick your brain today.
Oh, pleasure.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.